Hello everyone! I'm glad you've joined me for another episode of Bible Q&A, because today we're discussing, what is man? Like, who exactly are we? Well, man is the creation of God. God himself said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. Therefore, we have to serve God and obey him. Isaiah said, "This people have I formed for myself, they shall show forth my praise." Isaiah chapter 43, verse 21. God created us perfect, according to Genesis chapter 1, verse 31, and Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 29. We were going to have free will, but we would respect our Creator and worship him. However, we fell short of the glory of God eventually, according to Romans chapter 3, verse 23, because we disobeyed God. In Genesis chapter 2, verses 15 to 17, God told Adam not to eat of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, but Satan made them disobey in Genesis chapter 3, verses 1 to 6, and as a result, they had to die, because that was part of the instruction that God laid out. "In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return." Genesis chapter 3, verse 19. This fall put us in the situation where we are vanity to God. As Elihu said, "If thou sinnest, what doest thou against him? Or if thy transgressions be multiplied, what doest thou unto him? If thou be righteous, what givest thou him? Or what receiveth he of thine hand?" Job chapter 35, verses 6 to 7. To God, our lives are so short. In the blink of his eye, it's over. The book of Job also says, "Man that is born of a woman is of few days and full of trouble. He cometh forth like a flower, and is cut down. He fleeth also as a shadow, and continueth not." Job chapter 14, verses 1 to 2. We can also look at places like Job chapter 5, verses 6 to 7, Psalms chapter 8, verses 3 to 4, and Psalms chapter 144, verses 3 to 4 to see how meaningless we are. Oh well. You just can't compete with God. He lives from everlasting to everlasting, according to Psalms chapter 90, verse 2. Of course, he's going to be so much more meaningful compared to us. And that's why God doesn't need us to survive. We aren't his life force. He is the reason for our being, but it's not the same in reverse. God showed that he's superior to people like Nebuchadnezzar in Daniel chapter 4, verses 34 to 35, and Herod in Acts chapter 12, verses 21 to 23. He showed them that, no, I'm the boss, not you. And therefore, we shouldn't be putting our trust in kings and leaders like that, because they are not bosses. The psalmist said, "Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. His breath goeth forth. He returneth to his earth. In that very day his thoughts perish." Psalms chapter 146, verses 3 to 4. They can't help us in dire straits. They can't help us because some things can't be solved with money or human power. No, we need to trust in God. It was said in Proverbs, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6. That is where I'm going to stop with this Bible Q&A. What is man? Man is the creation of God. And thus I advise you, you need to trust in him. I'm going to say it again. You have to put your faith in God. God promised eternal life to people who would worship him, people who would believe in him and obey him. So if we want eternal life, then we have to go in that direction. Even if we don't care and we just want to love this world and enjoy it, we're going to be humbled eventually, because God humbles people who try to lift themselves up, and he brings up those who have been oppressed and pushed down, according to Luke chapter 14, verse 11. For more information on this, you can look at places like Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 26, Isaiah chapter 24, verses 1 to 7, Isaiah chapter 57, verse 15, and Psalms chapter 25, verse 9. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.